And we are, guys, moving really fast. We moved already half of the session. I'm going to try to get Mark Woldman here from Sales, MSP Sales Pros. He arrived in the meeting like a couple of minutes ago. Mark, are you here?
I am. Can you hear me?
Awesome, Mark. Yes, so Mark Woldman is working with MSPs to build up sales and sales readiness. And we've been working a ton like how to generate more qualified leads. So like everybody has this problem that everybody's relied on referrals. Like that was how you guys built up your business, but now the referrals are not getting in that level. What can be the next step? What can be a predictable sales process can generate qualified leads and differentiate with client experience? So Mark is a really awesome guy. He helped us to clarify our message as well. So we are big fan of Mark. How's it going today?
It's good, Danish. Yeah, I wish I could talk to you every day.
That would be awesome.
Everybody up. It's always so nice.
So really great. Like, let's move into this needs assessment. And why do you think, Mark, that differentiating an MSP is not about what you tell to the customer, but about what you ask and how you frame the conversation and how these type of tools can help you to do these conversations?
Yes, well, it's a really good point, Danish. I love that you say that, right? It's not about what you say, it's about what you ask. It's if you want to stand out. When you look at the tools you have, here's what it comes down to. The only thing people buy from you is an experience, right? They're not buying anything more or anything less. So if they're working with a provider today and they've reached out, they're having a bad experience, or maybe they're looking for a better one. If you were doing some prospecting and you got them to talk to you, again, they're looking for potentially a better experience than what they have today. So their experience, they're not doing anything. It's typically they have somebody who's not doing a very good job for them, and they feel like they've outgrown their provider, right? So the experience is everything. So, a super quick story on it to help you understand about the experiences. I had gone on a trip with my family, and we wanted to go horseback riding. We called 3 places, right, about the horses. First place told me it's $75 a person. It's a 5-mile thing, and they take quarter horses, and here's where they meet, right? So, okay, great. He gave me technical information. It's good. The next person told me the same exact thing. I'm like, okay. The third person says, have you done this before? I'm like, no. He goes, oh my God, your family's going to love you when you're finished, right? And starts to tell me about the experience I'm going to have. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the one I want to do, right? Turns out it was $75 a person. They went out of the same corral and went on the same trail. But that guy told me about the experience, and he led with the question, have you done this before, right? And then he framed up the experience for me, and I couldn't wait to do it. Right. So 3 identical things, one person framed up an experience, and I bought it. Right. So I say that because it's really important to understand that when people are in pain, they're not looking for someone who's coming in and say, I can eliminate that pain. They're looking for someone who could provide the right experience. Now,
and it's really interesting, Mark, sorry about that. Like if you see these new iPhone came out like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and I had a 2 years back iPhone, and I was like, why I'm going to, upgrade or something like that? Because we don't have any problem with our phones. Most of your prospective clients have no problem with IT as far as they know. But I watched the keynote and I wanted to have this camera.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting part. I didn't know I need something, but that experience to have those type of photos was like thinking, all right, I should buy something new. And that's what's missing from these conversations from the MSPs. They try to go where they have a pain, and many times the clients they want have no pain at all because they solved the IT problem long ago. They need probably a better experience, a better conversation, a better partner, rather than just like faster internet, right?
Yes. So It is. It's all about that, right? It's about creating that experience. Excuse me. So how do you get there, right? So even if you ask the right questions, you get people to think about the experience. The next thing you have to be able to do is provide some proof that you can deliver the experience. So if you look just like the IT provider they have today, you ask the same questions, you use the same tools, you go through the same process, they're going to look at you and go, wow, you said you could deliver a better experience, but you look identical to what I have today. I'm not so sure you could deliver the experience I'm looking for, right? So they got happy and then they're like, maybe not. So what you need is our processes and tools that will set you apart. That when they look at that, they say, wow, this is different. Our current provider didn't do this. The one before them didn't do that. This is the stuff we're looking for so we'll have the right experience. So when we look at a needs assessment, we're not just using it one time with that client. They're going to look at that and go, wow, this is organized. Okay, here's a piece of proof you can deliver a better experience to us. But we're continually coming back to it. And when we set that up from the beginning to say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with this assessment and benchmark where the business is at. And then we're going to measure that quarterly, right? We're going to keep working against that. So we're always moving the business forward. So now you're showing them that you have a plan to deliver the experience. So their confidence that you can deliver this experience they're looking for grows tremendously. It's okay now for you to be a few $100 more than everybody else. So
Mark, that's interesting what you're saying, and I kind of get into these type of business conversations where you're asking about the value and what's their perception of that. And many times, like, they have no perception of the value they get from some reason. And you can create this type of gap, what you have and what you deserved, what you should have for that money, right? And then present it in a way which is be able to pick and choose different packages and show them like what can be the number you deserve for that money. So I really see that this is getting back to this general like excellence, like what excellence means. And the needs assessment is not like a technical overview or a technical assessment. It's an assessment of what IT or digital excellence look like. And I really like where you started framing this conversation. This is not a needs assessment for the client. This is a digital excellence award. And you need to be 80% or higher to be excellent, because in this case, you can keep the millennials, you can have an effective workforce, you can lead with awesome products and, you know, be more efficient. That's what means. And what's behind? You have to have the basics, of course, user access management, password management. You have to have the infrastructure behind, remote monitoring, everything. But these are just details. But what the whole thing is, excellence, a digital excellence. So I think that kind of thing is really great to get the prospects you want who doesn't have any problem with information technology. So it's really great. And just a little kudo for the other guys. We are working on the Digital Excellence Award, which is going to be like an award. You can do this questionnaire with the client and the report, and you can give them a badge with what they can use in PR and different type of reasons to get a badge for digital excellence. So that's another way to prospecting to people doesn't have any problem and don't want to switch MSP currently. Any other thoughts, Mark? How to grow?
I have tons, but it's so important, because if you think about framing this digital excellence with a potential client, what are the three biggest problems that all clients have? Every company has this, right? It's getting new clients, it's client satisfaction, and it's hiring and retaining top talent, right?
Yes.
Those are it. So if you could start to position digital excellence as a way to your potential clients, this is going to help them to show their value to potential new clients. It's going to help them to have a better relationship with their existing clients, and it's going to help them attract and retain top talent. Because when you're looking at, millennials now in the marketplace, they're looking for companies that have a lot of technology and embrace technology, right? And I've talked to guys who are like, we're struggling to get good people. I'm like, have you looked at your computers in the office? They're old. You don't embrace technology. Why would somebody who loves technology want to work here?
Or
right?
Expect technology should just work like my iPhone. Why you have these spreadsheets with like this clumsy design and it's not productive?
Yeah,
right?
it's ridiculous, right? And people think, well, why don't people want to work here? We're offering the same thing as our competitor. No, you're not. You're offering the same compensation as your competitor, but you're not offering the same technology package. And if you could achieve digital excellence, you'll get more good people who want to work here, right? When they start looking at you and they start putting things on Glassdoor, you're going to look like a company where they want to work. So
yeah, that's a big thing. Mark, thank you very much for your wisdom. And guys, you can check Mark's stuff on the chat and have a chat with him and do an assessment or something that he's really make measurable results on sales. I know that, and that's really great to have him on board. And thank you very much, Mark.
Danish, thank you as always.